in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Kentucky's offense will have the football first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses a defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for a crease. It's Golden. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So Auburn's offense will get the ball for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open, makes the catch. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Under fire. Slings it downfield. And the timing just a hair off.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So here comes the Auburn offense. There's been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Finds just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Guys, let's chat a little big picture, Auburn. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. That becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a...
Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Clay. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Tigers are on the move. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Grab behind the line. It's Otis. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Snagged in the middle. It's Otis. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. He wants to throw it again. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Now the play fake. Time to take a shot. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. They'll snap it with a minute to play here in the opening stanza. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. To the air on 2nd down. Got him in. It's Golden. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Jet sweep headed to the edge. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action. Makes the grab. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Under heat, he gets rid of it. It's incomplete and will change ends of the field now. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Wants to go up top. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the catch down the right side. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Auburn lines up quickly. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Here's a heat. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
This quarterback part of their running game. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose here.
On 4th down, looking to pass. It's complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires on the move. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. That's reeled in, it's play. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And just steamrolling the defense. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play. There he goes! After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got it. Turns it on in midfield. Turns it on down the left side. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip him in the secondary, make that big play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll leave it with the lone back. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Leaves it with the running back. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football downfield in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy and let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to take a shot. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Looking to fire. And his throw is incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Got his man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. Creates a little room. Turning it on. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Prince. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, running back on the move. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
Brought down at the 26. Now, fourth down.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So here comes the Auburn offense. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying play action. Buys a little time with his feet. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more.
Sends it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Power football with the run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to the ground with the running back. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Unleashes one deep. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes the handoff. It's Clay. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the tailback. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. He rifles one deep down the right side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Using his feet. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Extending the play. Trying to... Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, he doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. You know, I want to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open? Okay, I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
21, Kentucky, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll keep it himself. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
This should be the last play of the quarter. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete to the left. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Now they'll run the draw. Sweet cut there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
How about the big nose tackle? The guy who's right in the middle of the defense, the hardest spot to get a sack because you got the center in front of you, you got the guards right next to you, not a lot of space. Just uses the power, gets through, and gets the big sack.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. On target to the left. Breaks into the open. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window.
He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got...
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does.
Got some room in into the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. From the gun, looking for a man. Bringing the heat. Quarterback moving. Touchdown, Tigers. And the punishment has been extended. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that. There he goes. And he was off to the races, finally tipped up at the 36. The Wildcats just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. It'll be a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He stopped immediately. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
On the option. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Quickly to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Tight end now in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Now improvising. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The give to the single back. Breaks the tackle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some 1st downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. Fighting off the defender. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Snagged out of the air. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. He'll set up to throw. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Looking to buy time. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them an absolute...